With this video, we will be doing Joe Budden goes off on J. Cole for apologizing to Kendrick Lamar. And if you want to help this channel and the content that we're making, please help support our merchandise. The link is in the description. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Try and get the channel to grow. And the only way we're going to do this is if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's go. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
Gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Facts.
Oh man, J. Cole, just that fast you just erase yourself from history. And please, to all you J. Cole fans and all you Dreamville fans, you guys have literally nobody to be mad at but J. Cole. I see you guys copping please and typing away in damn near every video. Stop it. Get some help. If this
He said, y'all saying, yeah, typing and copping, please get some help. But he need to know, J. Cole, their favorite artist. They're going to keep typing and defending their favorite artist. That's what fans do.
That's what fans do.
Facts.
He did swing off on this one, though.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason.
Yeah, I agree with everything that he said. I just know how this works, and they're not going to stop typing.
They're not.
Just because you said stop.
No.
was any other big artist, you guys would not be sparing them. I think this was one of the funniest coping mechanisms I've ever seen from a J. Cole fan. Somebody on Reddit said, yo guys, the apology is fake. As we all know, Cole's upcoming album is called The Fall Off, right? So right now, he's playing a character. He's pretending to fall off. Duh, you guys. It's all just a character for the upcoming album. It's like...
This is the type of stuff that fans do, that they need to stop.
Yeah, this is reaching. Reaching. Because they want to believe, though.
They really do be reaching. Like, we see stuff like this in our comment section all the time. Not this quote, but it's like, yo, you're just reaching. He's not playing no character. He didn't put that much thought into this. He just did something, and then he reacted. And that was it.
That was it.
This is crazy.
Like method acting. Basically, he's a character who falls off to match the album name. Basically pretending to be a weak pushover rapper who falls off. Then when the album drops, we get the real Cole.
Yo, something fell and dropped on his head. Before he typed this, that makes zero sense. Nobody's gonna go through all of this just to push an album and get called all these names and get memes and looked at. Like he said, the first 48 hours before he did that, he couldn't sleep. I'm pretty sure after that he apologized. He was still in the same boat.
He was still in the same boat. It didn't change. Because he was questioning, the first 48 hours he wasn't sleeping because he was questioning the movie made.
Yeah.
I'm sure he questioned the movie made.
Yeah.
Because he just kept hearing about both moves.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Now, so far, we've gotten responses from some older artists regarding this J. Cole apology. 50 Cent has weighed in on this. Styles P has also weighed in on this. The main person that everybody wanted to hear from is Joe. On the previous podcast, Joe predicted that Cole was going soft for a reason. And days later, we get the J. Cole apology. Now, you can tell Joe was definitely sad about the apology. Normally, he starts off the podcast with some music. This time, he literally gets into it. And not only was he sad, but he was also disappointed in Cole as well. And I think a lot of fans...
I'm telling you, man, all light-skinned niggas is disappointed in
Yeah.
J. Cole right now. They like, you making us light-skinned niggas look bad, J. Cole. We was just coming back up, and you just knocked us right back down.
Yeah, he changed the whole vibe of the show. You know what I'm saying? Where they, like he was saying, where they normally vibe, and it was just like, nah, we gotta get into this.
We gotta get straight into this. We ain't wasting no time.
No time wasted.
Scratch the music. We going straight in.
Fans share the same sentiments. Now, if you guys have not listened to it yet, please go to Spotify or anywhere you guys consume podcasts. Go listen to the newest episode 715, True and Impossible. But here's some of Joe's reaction regarding J. Cole's apology.
Man, this is, I don't even remember a sadder time in hip hop.
Damn.
Are you fucking shitting me? The apology heard across the world. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm. Yo, I seen it. I was like, I won't wait because I know we gotta have it in the vid.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see your expression because when I heard it, I was like, God.
Yeah.
He did not pull no punches though. Rightfully so.
Heard around the world. That remind me of Ace Ventura, the football player, the kicker. The kick heard around the world.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? This is crazy. And that apology was heard around the world. And time we heard him, we do it. we said everyone's gonna pick this up, and this apology is gonna be heard around the world. And we actually gave him a little respect for that because he could apologize in private.
Yeah,
we would never knew.
He could have just hit him on the phone.
Facts, but he did it in public, and this is what happens when you do stuff in public.
Yeah, you gotta speak on it.
You gotta hear from the public.
Yeah.
How y'all thought I was supposed to feel? It was nasty, man. A 10-year build-up for the catfish. Y'all don't understand.
Think about what. A 10-year build-up for the catfish. This was not what she was. Not who she said she was.
They said catfish. Crazy.
It's really going. We're gonna start soon, man. I didn't want to.
I
didn't want to start.
I'm trying to feel bad for J. Cole. You feel what I'm saying? And you know somebody like, whoo.
Yeah.
Thank God. You know who's saying that? Diddy. You're taking some of the light off of my situation. Before this, it was Diddy.
Everywhere. Plastered everywhere.
After this, it was J. Cole. Diddy like, woo. At least they getting on somebody else.
Yeah.
Start with a heavy heart.
Listen, everybody out there heart is heavy right now, bro.
But that's what I'm saying to some of y'all about when it's beef time. Mm-hmm. Y'all be talking about brand. I be talking about man, the person, the human. Mm-hmm. Some of this beef shit comes with who's willing to risk the relationship. Mm-hmm.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
He's not. He wants to preserve it.
Yeah.
Who's willing to say, fuck it? However you feel, you just feel about it. Right. Hey, we'll mend it later.
Facts.
All this buddy.
Like, I am sad because just the competitive spirit of the thing. It's like, oh man, you told me.
It's like I feel everything Joe Budden said is too friendly. That remind me, it's just the times we in. It's like when we came up watching basketball, no one was friends like that. People wasn't friends with Michael Jordan like that. He wasn't hanging out with them. Right. He wasn't coming out with handshakes with these guys. He was stepping on the court, I'm ready to destroy you. It's like now we're in a generation where everyone want to be buddy. Don't nobody want no conflict. Everyone would be kumbaya. We like it the way the old stuff. We came up on everybody beefing, and it makes hip hop more entertaining. And I think that's probably why hip hop is not as entertaining, because everyone want to be buddy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain amount of buddy that goes with working on projects, but there's a certain amount of the competitive nature that is just like, I want to be the best. I want to be the best.
Facts. Nobody want to be the best. They just want to be labeled as the big three. All three of us are the best. No, somebody's number one.
All this time, you was ready for this. You wanted this. You was looking for the nigga in the daytime with a flashlight.
I'm looking for him in the daytime. It's crazy.
The best. Keep comparing these niggas as a facade. They not who they say. You tell me all this and then you do that.
I said last pod, anybody that wants to bow out of this thing, please feel free to.
Facts.
Because this is not for the weak-hearted.
Nope.
It's not.
It's not.
It comes with a lot more than 1,000 phone calls. Like, if you're not ready to move in a different capacity, if you're not ready to speak in a different capacity, like I said earlier, risk some relationships. If you're not ready to see niggas that you thought was friendly turn unfriendly, this is before you get to anybody laying a bar. Your lifestyle has to change. I know that. Because I beefed with all of the people you're not supposed to beef with. I've done this with gang members. I've done this with the toughest of tough. I've done this with boroughs. I've done this with niggas that was lyrically ill, the best of the best. I've done this with the worst of the worst.
Execs.
Yeah, I've done this with execs. I beefed with my kid on wax.
He got a good point there. Ever since Pump It Up, Joe's been in a lot of beef.
A lot.
Like, after Pump It Up, I don't even know. It's like when U2 first started, Smack DBD, with some guy went to his house, was trying to fight him. He smacked this man's in the front door. He was like, where Joe at? He's like, he not here. He's like, you know where he at. And he smacked him. You don't remember that beef? It was on Black TV when Black TV first started.
It was a long time
that's
ago.
what helped Black TV jump off. But I'm saying, I didn't really think about it until he started going through all. He started beefing. He was beefing with everybody. Eminem. He was beefing with the people on the show with DJ Academics. I forgot the name of it. You remember the name with DJ Academics?
Who was it? The Migos?
No. But yeah.
No, he was with Academics when all that
yeah,
started. That's when I
Migos.
first even found out.
But yeah, I was talking
Academics
about the name of the show. I can't remember the name of the show. Yeah, but yeah, he was definitely beefing with the Migos. P, who's the Migos manager, pressed somebody. He's been in a lot of beef. You know, recently he just got his arm and it was in a sling. Yeah, somebody caught him in a club.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that too. I was just like, he's been going through it.
Yeah, he's been going through it. Facts.
I've taken the hits, the threats, the punches,
all of it,
the lumps.
Still standing.
And I'm still here.
The lumps.
I'm still here, still standing.
It's like, when they be seeing Joe, man, they be trying to put arm, feet, toes, shoulders, everything on this man.
Real talk.
Here to speak about it.
Yes, sir.
Like, what a bold, mature move for hip hop, right? Very rarely do we see these types of mature moves. So I want to highlight that. Like, if it didn't sit right with his soul and his heart and his spirit, and if you wasn't up for the task, I'm not with the cosplaying.
Salute.
Right.
Cosplaying is over now. Be who the fuck you niggas are.
Right.
So if that's who he is, which many people suspected that that's who he is,
right,
or who he was, which is why we thought he should stop barking up certain fucking trees because they may fall. And then when they fall, you get up there and do this at your festival with your fans and your people.
Yeah.
That one move. Now I got to think of the position that you put everybody in. Because I'm hearing nobody even knew about that final track on your project. Not a soul. Top secret.
Top secret.
That's interesting to me. This is unacceptable.
That's why I don't like
this. This is unacceptable. By the way, this is totally unacceptable.
That's why, like, before you do anything, well, I'm gonna rephrase that. Before I do anything, I think what could happen good and what could happen bad.
You gotta weigh the pros and cons.
And I weigh out everything before I make a decision. It's starting to seem like you just did something irrationally. You didn't even think it out thoroughly. You just did it. Because if you would have thought it out thoroughly, there's no way 48 hours later you're apologizing for something. I mean, you didn't even think about it before you did it. You just did it.
Yeah, and acting too quickly on anything can put you in a position like this.
Yeah, that's not really female ways. It's not really like guys' ways. We're more logic than emotional.
Right, which is why it makes it more believable that it is what he said it is. And it's more of like one of those internal spiritual things where you just feel... Because if you come down to logic, it makes no sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only way that it makes any sense is somebody who just want to look at themselves from a higher...
Do you think he would have felt the same way that he's feeling right now if it would have got a different response? Like, if everybody was like, yo, this is fire, this is...
That's what...
You would apologize?
I don't think he would have apologized.
Or you apologize because everybody said, that was Miz.
And that's why, on the other end of things, it sounds like bullshit when you hear the apology. Because it's... Exactly. If it would have went off...
Yeah, like Ether.
Yeah, I don't think he would have said...
Or like that Kendrick verse.
Yeah.
Would he still had the same...
Would he have came back and be like, I'm sorry that I dropped this nuclear bomb on you? No.
He would have been like, I told you I was looking for you in the daytime with a flashlight. Why are you surprised?
For me. And I told y'all dudes that when these niggas get out there on stage frolicking, acting like they bestest of buddies. These niggas get on these stages and say anything.
Right.
It's way too many clips going around. And him saying that same speech to Drake about him being the greatest that he says to Kendrick about him being the greatest. Where do you truly stand? I don't want to hear no more about that record. I don't want to talk about it.
I think, honestly, I think J. Cole, his GOATs is Drake and Kendrick. I feel like he feel like that's his GOATs. Like, you know what I'm saying? He put them in that high esteem. So you could feel that both way about two different people. It's like a guy. We could like two girls at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
But the only thing is, well, from how they dropped, with I guess I say noticeability, you know, or visibility, it would have to look almost like a more respect thing for Kendrick. You see what I'm saying? But at this point, he has to look at him like that because he had to bow out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he put his head on the guillotine.
Because if you look at how it started out, it schematically will look like, well, this one dropped, this one dropped, and look at the numbers, and Kendrick still wins.
Yeah, always.
He didn't mean it. It sounded like he didn't mean it. His voice was trembling like he didn't mean it. His choice of words as one of the greatest lyricists says he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. I don't want to hear about that shit no more. Because oddly enough, what you did now is make the Like That record sound harder again.
Made it sound harder, and he did. He did. Get him, Joe.
Joe is going off.
Oddly enough, what you did now is make the Like That record sound harder again for another fucking week.
Definitely did.
See, if Joe Budden was sitting near J. Cole when this decision making was happening, do you think he would have made the same decision?
Probably not. But my thing is, it sounds like Joe Budden's got a lot of animosity in his voice. Like he don't like Kendrick.
It sounds like
his voice is like he's pissed.
It almost sounds like Joe Budden is living vicariously through Cole. Like, do you know how an MC waits for this opportunity to get in this position? And y'all been building it up this long?
10 years.
And then you just, like, that's what it sounds like. Almost like he's frustrated that all this happened just for it to end up like this.
If Cole wasn't light-skinned, you think Joe Budden would still feel this way? It's like, I can hear it in his voice. There's a lot of animosity in that voice. Like, is it a light-skinned thing?
It probably
you making light-skinned brothers look bad?
Hey, you know.
It's crazy.
Somebody make the Like That record sound harder again for another fucking week.
Definitely did.
That verse that y'all keep telling me Kendrick didn't do much on, every week that passes with y'all's new behavior, that song sounds harder. I don't want to hear about that J. Cole record again.
I don't want to hear about it again.
How can anybody heard that Kendrick verse and have anything bad to say about that verse?
That's
a classic verse.
It was insane.
And on a classic beat, that's going to stand the test of time.
And the thing that's so hard is, it dropped hard when you first hear it, but as you listen to it, it just
gets harder and harder.
It's harder and harder.
Then he start hitting you with the bombs. It's over.
I don't. Not from nobody. And boy, you J. Cole fans in that community were hurtful. Boy, y'all were hurtful. I don't want to hear a fucking peep out of Earthstone Twitter. J. Cole bad out. Nigga, move, bitch. Get out the way, in the great words of Ludacris. Not calling J. Cole a bitch, but it's time to go. Take your Earthstones. Take your fucking, what else them niggas be wearing? Your necklaces.
Rose quartz.
Your fucking
dream catchers.
Yeah, take all of that shit.
The tapestry room.
Yeah, take
backpack.
all of that shit. Your fucking black soap.
Your
Go lay some nog choppers
Shea
somewhere.
butter. Take your incense.
Your macrame.
And go.
They going
Go. No more big three. No more.
What's that thing, that big thing that people be lighting up and putting around the room? It looked like an instinct, a bunch of them put together. Sage. That's what he really wanted to say.
Yeah.
Get that sage the fuck up out of there.
The black soap.
Or I'm the best. I dare one of these niggas to say something. That was the war part that I used to speak that I was speaking about. All of these podcasts leading up to here that y'all discredited and dismissed. I don't know how he did such a 180 so quickly. But yes, to the people out there asking,
I know how he did a 180 so quick. It's because the whole world at the same time say, yo, that's Miz. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why he did the 180 so quickly, because he heard the response and it wasn't the response that he wanted or thought.
He was when he heard the response, he was like, Megatron, retreat!
Facts.
I'm telling you.
Just think about it. When the last time has J. Cole dropped a song that people said was mids?
I can't say I heard anybody say
That's
it.
my point.
Yeah.
It hurt him.
It hurt his feelings. The feelings he set the bar so high for himself.
Yes.
That the expectation was we was about to hear something like, and it was like.
I'm pretty sure he did not hear he had a mid-verse or songs in over 10 years now.
I don't know. In my mind, I'm just like, nobody told him it was mids when they heard it? Before he let it out?
You know, a lot of these people be having yes people around them. It depends on who you got around you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, we heard certain disses. We be like, why did they let that out?
Yeah.
But because they got the bag, the people that's under them going to be like, it's fire.
It's fire.
They're not going to tell you what it really. Yeah, because you're paying me. So I got to. That's why you always got to have people to keep it real with you. Somebody did not keep it real with him.
Somebody didn't keep it real with him.
Losing in this fashion, does it discredit his standing on the list? You fucking right it does.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely.
You are fucking right it does.
I don't think it discredits his, if you're talking about like, as far as competitive, yeah, it definitely takes a big chunk out of that. But I don't think it affects, like, if you say his catalog. And you was judging him on lyricism and stuff like that.
I don't think it affects him either. I just think it put him in a category where people put people in categories when they be like, he's just not a disser, he's not a battler.
Yeah,
it's like Jay-Z catalog is still his catalog, but we all understand Nas fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? We just look at Jay-Z like, that's not your thing, the dissing. You know what I'm saying? That's not you.
That's
but
not
it
what
doesn't
you do.
take away from
it don't take away from that.
And that's how I look at J. Cole. Like, J. Cole, you're not really a disser like we thought you are. You're a great musician putting music together. When it comes to dissing, it's not you're on a different level with the music than you are with the dissing.
Yeah, that's not your thing.
Yeah.
You're clever.
Yeah, but not that clever.
Sorry, I don't make the rules. Now all that shit got to get called under the microscope.
Now here's where things get interesting. Joe goes.
It got to be called up under the microscope.
Because you got to look at it. You really got to look at it.
Joe Budden went hard on him. I didn't know he went this hard on J. Cole.
He went hard on him, but again, from his own journey and the way things was thrown at him, he ain't got no pity for nobody.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Goes on to say that he has insider information from both camps that both Kendrick and Drake have gone into the booth and have a diss song ready for each other. Here's what he said.
But I think that the insiders know. Actually, I have it on good information.
Good info.
I have it on good information that both sides went in the booth and came out.
They ready.
And what I'm hearing about...
Me know how artists do. I wouldn't be surprised if these two had songs already.
Yeah.
Old songs that they've been made, because it's been going on so long.
Too long.
To think that you didn't go in the studio and already have songs already just because you're a competitor. And you'd be like, yo, this might go somewhere. So I mean, already have something in case I wouldn't be surprised if both of these guys already had a couple tracks in the stash just ready to be released.
Well, I heard whispers that even with this the diss track like that, that it was sent and received back in like 4 minutes or something.
That's crazy.
This is insane.
That's wild. 4 minutes. That I would like to.
That's like, here's the track. Put something on it.
Yeah, I would like to see that studio session.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Facts.
Both sides is that it's nuclear. It's up.
It's up.
I'm hearing this from people that can rap. So I want to come in here and say that speculation time is over.
Now, this part is always interesting to me when artists use media to get their information across. We've seen Drake get his information through academics, and now it seems like both camps are playing chess. They know if they tell Joe something, he's going to come on the podcast and say it. So this could all be a tactic that each camp is using to get somebody to jump out there early. Anytime Joe gets information from somebody's camp, he usually asks them, hey, can I say this on my podcast? So for him to confidently come on and let this information out, I feel like this is all strategic. But make sure you guys go listen to the full podcast. Tell what you guys think about what Joe said. And do you guys think we're getting a diss record on Friday? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
Hey guys,
Trey TV.
Shop with my boy T Smooth at
It's Lamar Wilson here representing Ghetto Action News Network _ all lowercases.
No spaces.
Find us on Facebook. When you do follow the page, like the page, share something, leave a comment, come back. We're going to get right into this.
Let's get it.
Joe Budden goes off on J. Cole for apologizing to Kendrick Lamar after dissing him. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm here for all the smoke.
Yeah, me too.
And I like the fact that Joe Budden didn't hold anything back. He just let it be known like, nah, this was soft. This was weak. You don't come out the way you guys have built this up and you throw a punch first and then you just, no mas. You don't want to fight no more. Nah, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate his opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what this is all about. Everybody has thoughts, opinions, the way they think about things. But I like the fact that he wasn't scared to say how he felt and he let it be known. I think that's dope. J. Cole, again, respected him for doing what he did. If that's how he feels internally, I think it's the best thing for him to do. But I do respect the fact that Joe Budden was like, when it comes to rap and it comes to the competition, this is not what it is. Yeah, I think it's dope. What you think?
I think it was great to hear Joe Budden's how he felt about the situation. I think he was a little bit harsh with it. He came on a little strong, but I definitely respect his pain. I definitely respect how he's feeling, and it's just when you hear that opinion from Joe Budden, I know it just like makes J. Cole wish he didn't put that song out. I know it's every day passed and someone else give their opinion. He like, why did I put that out? And I know he's definitely how he's feeling, and I hope what he said is true about Drake and Kendrick Lamar having diss records. That's something I would gladly want to hear, gladly want to react to, gladly want to give my opinion to. And if they do that, it's definitely going to be a hot summer. So hopefully we'll get that. Like he said, it's been 10 years. We've been waiting for it. Hopefully the wait is over. But in time we will see. Definitely can't wait to do more from this situation. But until then, it's your boy Trey TV, and I'm out.